Hi, welcome to the Brief Book Reviews channel, otherwise known as An Old Guy Reviews the Book that he's read this week. So what's the old guy read this week? Well, I've read Kill for Me, Kill for You by author Steve Cavanagh. Now, I reviewed Steve Cavanagh's books on the channel before. The last one was The Accomplice, which was an Eddie Flynn story. This isn't an Eddie Flynn story, it's a standalone novel, standalone thriller. It was published here in the UK. It's a hardback on the 3rd of August 2023. So what's it all about, I hear you say? Well, there's a bit of a clue, I guess, on the cover. It says, she will kill your worst enemy. All you have to do is kill hers. So the story is based on a lady called Amanda White. Amanda had a happy family life, married to Lewis, daughter Jess, and all that's been torn asunder. Jess, while out with her father Lewis, was abducted and later found a few days later murdered. Lewis, her husband, was so cut up about this, he basically went off to a hotel with a bottle of vodka and a load of pills, committed suicide. So Amanda's had a tough time. What makes it even worse for Amanda is that the person that she feels responsible for this crime, someone who's got previous in this sort of stuff, a guy called Crone, is not being held to account for what she considers his crime. He's part of a very wealthy family that can afford hotshot lawyers, a Wall Street banker, and she's given to following him. And this results in a court order which stops her doing that and insists that she attends bereavement counselling. So the detective in the case, Detective Farrow, takes Amanda to a session of the bereavement counselling because she hasn't been attending, and makes sure she goes in. Amanda doesn't really want to do this, and the people in the group, they're told that all their feelings will be anonymous, and as usual with these types of group, you've got some people that talk too much and some people that don't talk at all. Amanda does hit it off with another member of the group who calls herself Wendy. Wendy's got that sort of attitude that Amanda likes, and after one session, Amanda and Wendy meet up after the session and go out for a drink. And it turns out to be many, many drinks. They get to talking. Amanda tells Wendy about her problem, the fact that she knows the guy responsible for her daughter's death is not being brought to book. Wendy tells her a similar story, that her daughter Rebecca has been raped and killed by a teacher, a guy called Quinn, and he's not been brought to book at all. So there's a sort of strangers on a train vibe here. The original book by Patricia Highsmith, made in a film by Alfred Hitchcock, where Wendy says, have you read Strangers on a Train? And that's a story where two complete strangers arrange to murder each other's respective, bête noirs. So Wendy makes this suggestion to Amanda and said, well, look, if you kill this guy Crone and I kill this guy Quinn, we're both going to be number one suspect. What about if I kill Crone and you could kill Quinn? At the time, it seems a great idea, and thus the story unfolds. There's always the problem, of course, that in a drink-fueled agreement, that will they go through with it? And P.S. are the people that are the subjects of this, the intent to kill, are they actually who they think they are? So it's a very twisty, fast-moving thriller. The detective in the case, Detective Farrow, is known as St. Jude because St. Jude is the patron saint of lost causes, and this is a guy with a reputation for being a dog with a bone and not letting a case go. So apart from Amanda's daughter's case, he's got another case which involves another lady called Ruth. Ruth has been nearly murdered. She's been viciously attacked in a home invasion. And Ruth and her husband Scott are trying to get over that, and Detective Farrow is dealing with that. So that's another story in this book. So Detective Farrow's got a few cases, and it turns out that in Ruth's case there is a killer who's done this before called Blue Eyes, and Detective Farrow is clearly a very busy man, and these cases maybe have something to do with each other. So that's basically the outline of the book. Really fast-moving thriller, not for the faint-hearted. Clearly, it's a tale of people arranging murders and people being murdered. So, not exactly cosy crime, but nevertheless well written, very quick. There seemed to be quite a few loose ends, and I was wondering how on earth is the author going to tie them up? But he does, and he does it well. So, as I said, really good read. I'd give it 8 out of 10. Fast-paced, twisty, I said, neatly tied up, with perhaps one loose end at the end. It's only 353 pages. You'll read it I read it in a couple of sessions. Really enjoyed it. Another great book by Steve Cavanagh. So I think that's it for this week's brief book review. 10/10 till we do it again. Thanks for watching. Bye.